Alright guys, today we're going to make some cider. If you guys are like me, you like cider, it's one of my favorite alcohols. I mean, if I'm drinking alcohol, I prefer cider over everything. So here where I live, cider is pretty expensive. I guess for a 4-pack of like 16-ounce cans, it's about $16. So it's about $4 a can of cider. So I like it so much, I figured why not try to make some and see how it goes. So everything I got here was from Amazon or Safeway. So everything can be bought from Amazon or Safeway, and I'll go through everything real quick with you guys. I did buy a kit from Amazon for about $50. The box is right there. If you can see, it's my side. I'll go through what's in it real quick. So you got the 1-gallon bottle, you got the airlock, rubber stopper, the racking cane, the transfer tube, which is right here, the funnel, which you can see right here, and then yeast in the cleaning solution or sanitizer. So the yeast, it just says it's premium beer yeast, and the sanitizer, and it came in a nice little twine baggie, but the twine baggie started like disintegrating and falling everywhere, getting twine everywhere. So I threw that away and I put that in a plastic baggie. So that's everything that came with the brewing kit from Amazon. Like I said, it was about $50. And it's good for 3 uses, so you can make 3 runs of cider with what's included in the case. The kit, I did get some extra stuff, and I'll go through that now. So I got some yeast, and this is the kind of yeast that they use in my favorite cider, so it's EC1118, also known as champagne yeast. So that's commonly used for like sparkling wines and things like that. I did hydrate the yeast, which it's recommended to do, so it's right here, hydrating. That was about $10 for a 10-pack, and this one package can make up to 6 gallons, so I used about half of it. Then I got some yeast nutrient, which was recommended just to help the yeast ferment the sugars in the juice. Besides those 2 things, I got some Star San. I think this is about like $15-20 for this big bottle, and you only need about an ounce of it, and this is a 16-ounce thing, so it's good for about 16 uses or more. And that's just to sanitize everything, so sanitize all these surfaces. So I did sanitize everything, even my coffee table, because I'm making this brew right in my living room. I sanitized everything with that, and that's just the extra things that I got. Oh, and then the apple juice. The apple juice I got from Safeway. I think that gallon jug was like $5 or something like that, so not terribly expensive for the juice. Once you get the whole kit, you can pretty much make everything for, I don't know, that was $5. That's the most expensive thing, was the juice and the yeast, so probably like $10 a batch tops, and then you get a gallon of juice. So that's what I'm estimating, that's what my estimation is for this. So I think that's everything. Yeah, I do have a hydrometer coming. That is not here yet, but I will test it, I think, after it's all done fermented, and you can still test it and get the alcohol percentage out of that that way. So that is in the mail still. I haven't got that yet. So besides that, I'm gonna add everything in here, and we'll see how it goes. This is the first time making this. Like I said, I got everything from Amazon and Safeway. So first thing first, you want to add the juice. I'm only gonna add half the juice because I want to use it as a mixing agent. So I'm gonna add half this. See if I can get that to go in nicely. And then you do want to aerate it. So air is your friend right here to help the yeast survive. So I lied, I'm gonna add less than half of the juice right here. And the important thing with the juice is you want to get juice that doesn't have any sulfates or anything like that. Benzates or sulfates, and those things help preserve the juice, but if you get those, they will kill the yeast. So make sure when you get your juice, it's just juice. This one has ascorbic acid in it, I believe, and I'm told that's just for coloring. So yeah, ascorbic acid, in parentheses, it's vitamin C. So that's just for coloring and things like that. So here's the yeast. I'm gonna give it a little twirl. I did hydrate it, which was recommended on the label. So I'm gonna pour the yeast in now. And the reason I saved some of this juice is I want to rinse out this cup with the juice. So I make sure that I get all the yeast out of there. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of this in here, or a lot of the juice in there. Alright, so there we go. So you got a bunch of the yeast out of there. Make sure we get all of it, because there's plenty of yeast, so I don't really have to worry about that. Then I'm going to put the yeast nutrient. It says to use a teaspoon. So here I got a teaspoon. Let's see if I can get this with there, it's about a teaspoon. Throwing the yeast nutrient in there. And that's all the ingredients that I need. The yeast, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the juice in there, so this will help. I saved the rest of the juice so it'll help mix it up when I pour it. So it'll help mix the yeast nutrient and the yeast in there while I'm adding the juice. I'm gonna save some of the juice too, because I'm gonna add some to a bottle later on, see if I can do natural fermentation, and then maybe some sweetener. So let me just get all this in there. Okay, I got that in there. Didn't think about this part, because now I need to shake it. I guess I'm just gonna pull this off, and then I'm gonna cover it with my hand, or I can cover it with the top of this. That seems to be better. I'm gonna cover it with the top of this, because that's plastic. Alright, that should be shaken enough. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Add the juice, add the yeast, the hydrated yeast, put the yeast nutrient, and then last but not least is a stopper. So stopper's in there. And then I'll come back in like 24 hours and update you guys, see if we have some yeast fermentation going on there. But that's pretty much it. What I used in here for the water, I was told not to use just water because bugs can swim through it. So it's a solution of the star sand and water. So pretty much all sanitary. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. So I'll end it here and I'll update you guys throughout the process on fermentation and then the end result, the end product. So I'm just gonna let this sit at room temperature. I'm probably gonna just sit it right over there under my coffee table or on my kitchen table. And let this thing ferment. So stay tuned. All right, doing a quick update on the cider. This is 24 hours in. Plenty of bubbles. Plenty of bubbles. Top is steadily percolating. So it looks like everything's going well. Yeast on the bottom. Plenty of bubbles up top. Percolator is percolating. It's a quick check-in. 24 hours. All right, so I'm back in part 2 of the video. The juice has been fermenting for 6 days now. So it's Saturday, I did it last Sunday. I got my hydrometer in the mail, so I'm gonna test the gravity before, the starting gravity. I'll measure the finished gravity, and then I'll calculate the alcohol content. So that's how the formula goes. It goes starting gravity minus your finished gravity divided by 0.77. And then I'll give you your gravity. So I'll measure the gravities. I saved juice, if you remember from the first part. So luckily I saved the juice, and I got my hydrometer. So we'll go ahead and put this in there and see how it goes. This is a first for me to ever use this. So we'll check it out together. All right, see what line it was. It was at that line. So it looks like a 1.006. 1.006. Starting gravity is 1.006. Alright, and then we'll pour this back. So I cleaned my table. Sanitize everything. Sanitize everything, so. Let me put this juice back because I'm going to save it. And let me go rinse this so it's nice and clean. Alright, now I have to siphon some of this juice out, so I'll be back when I get the siphon. Alright, I'm back with everything. That'll siphon with the tube. I'm gonna decap this for the first time. Smells like cider. Okay, it's a good sign. So I clean this. Everything should be clean. Alright, now we're going to test it. Let's see what the after. So it was just before the 1. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it was just above that. So I think that's like 0.998. So I'll do the calculations. I'll be back. Let's see what we got. Alright, I'm back after taking the reading. So I think I did this right. Starting gravity was 1.025. The finished gravity was 0.998. And then that 1.025 minus 0.998 divided by 0.77 gives me a 0.0347. So 3.5% alcohol is what I'm guessing here. That's what it looks like it came out to. So I got 3.5% alcohol if I did that right. I'm going to do a taste test. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to do my taste test, the first official taste test. So that's the color. And in comparison to what it started like, those are the two colors. So similar color, this just looks a little bit more cloudy. Smells like cider. Let's do a taste test. It tastes like cider. It tastes pretty weak though. Doesn't taste super strong. It's pretty easy to drink though. Pretty good. I would say ciders. I think I do have some yeast floating around in here. Something. But there's still a little bit of carbonation. I can see the bubbles. Cider, I would have to go 7, 8. It's pretty smooth, but I think it's not strong. So if my calculations right, it's only 3.5% alcohol. So that's probably why it tastes better. Yeah, it just tastes like a watered down cider. So not bad. Pretty good. So I'm going to rack all this into a couple jars. I'll add some of the apple juice to try to get the natural fermentation going. And yeah, I'll be back. All right. Alright, to update, I had a juice back. I did some calculations in the juice. Per cup, or per 8 ounces of juice, there's 28 grams of sugar. So I did half a cup. I put 1 there because it was 1/2 cup. Then I put 2 halves of a cup, so there's a whole cup of juice in here. So there's 28 grams in here, 14 grams in here, and then I'm going to do 1 as my control with 0 grams. Just get a variety, see how it comes out. Yeah, do a variety, see how it comes out. I'll do 1 that's completely stilled, and then the other 2 I'll do with carbonation or naturally carbonated. So I'm gonna siphon these full, and I'll be back. Let me get to siphon and filling these up. Alright, I racked 3 bottles, and I marked them. This one has the 1/2 cup. This one has 2 cups of the juice, 1/2 cup, 14 grams sugar, 28 grams of sugar, and then no sugar. So the little bit fuller one was the no sugar. Yeah, so I'll just wait and see how these go. I'll air them every couple days. Well, I'll air the ones that have carbonation every couple days just to ensure that I don't get any explosions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of this, I'll probably just drink, I guess, throughout the day. But overall, so far, the juice is, like I said, a 7. Not as strong as I'd like it to be, but we'll see. Maybe there's some more fermentation to go. As you guys can see, there's still some bubbles in here, so there's a little bit of yeast in there. I might aerate this. I might just put it in a bigger bowl and then a bigger cup and then aerate it and see how that goes. If any carbonation comes out. So we'll see. All right, so here with my boy Tone, we got the ciders, Maple ciders. Naturally carbonated them, so put 28 grams of sugar in here, 14 grams of sugar in this one. This is the 1. This is the 2 that you guys can see. Last night, pasteurized them, so brought them both to 140 degrees for 30 minutes, then took them out and then put them in the fridge overnight. So we're going to do a taste test. Didn't show the pasteurization, didn't film that, but the taste test is really what's up. So I brought him, or he just happened to come over tonight, so it just worked out. We're going to pop these. See if they're carbonated, and then we're going to judge a taste and give you guys a review on how it is. I think that's pretty much it. There's not much to just drink it, and if anything else comes up, we'll fill you in. Alright, so let's go 1 first. We'll go 1 first. So hopefully it's carbonated, should be carbonated. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so serve Tone up a little taster. Alright, you can drink that. That's a nice little taster. Give myself a little taster. The 3rd bottle I had already drank that. That one's gone. So yeah, so this one should be, it's naturally carbonated. It's got a big head on it. It's got a lot of foam. So absolutely. A lot of carbonation in there. Yes. Smell test. Smells like cider. Alright, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Cheers, homie.
Cheers.
Try this out. Cheers, you guys.
Alright.
It tastes like a dry cider.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to scale on 1 to 10. So we'll scale on 1 to 10. We'll finish all this. And then we'll try the other one. We'll finish all this, try the other one, and then we'll rate them both. So this was number 1. This had the 14 grams of sugar from the apple juice that I used. And it's been about 2 weeks. It only took like 2 weeks to make this. So the first week it was fermenting. The second week I added the juice. And to let it re-ferment and carbonate. So
make it happen. Here we go.
Tastes just like a dry cider. There's no sweetness.
No.
Yeah, I don't taste any sweetness. Good carbonation though.
Yeah. Definitely drinkable. Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So this one had more sugar, so maybe it's more carbonated. Yeah.
Hello.
I kind of like that. It's all smoky and shit. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so you still had some left in there, but that's alright. We'll drown that out. Maybe a nice big glass this time.
Yeah, it was fun. There we go.
There you go. You got a nice half a glass. Not too much.
Sir.
There's plenty enough. We'll drink some more after this. Trust me. See, there we go. Nice little fat glass with a big old head on it. Yeah, it's pretty legit. So the carbonation worked. I was afraid that the bottles were going to explode from too much carbonation, but I think we're good. Glass is pretty strong. And then I hear like gas can like escape through this little thing if the pressure gets too much. So I got a little carbonation in there. Are you ready for round 2?
Yes, sir.
All right, we go for round 2. Cheers, round 2.
Bing.
Relatively similar. Oh, I will test the alcohol content too, but I'll do that later, and I'll post what the alcohol content is.
Tad bit sweeter.
Tad bit sweeter, this one? I do like the taste of this one better. It's I don't know, it tastes crisper, maybe more crisp. I don't know, we'll see.
Let's see.
There's definitely more carbonation, I think. I think it has more carbonation. Maybe that's what's like giving it the different taste. But I mean, pretty good cider. Pretty good cider. And it is definitely better than the first bottle that I drank that wasn't carbonated. But carbonation makes everything better, I think. And the first cider came out to like a 5% cider that I made, the first bottle. Alright, I guess we'll give it a review. On 1 to 10, I'm probably gonna go like 7, 7.5. I think it's just as good as any cider that you can get from the store. The color, I don't like the color. I'd like to get a more clear color. But the taste it's good cider. I would drink it every day, pretty much. But I would say 7.5. I'm gonna get a 7.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's pretty smooth. Doesn't have any funky taste or anything. What do you think? Need some more?
No, I'd say
1 to 10. What's your thoughts?
I give it a good 8. You know, put it together. I would say good 8.
Yeah, I mean
It
it's
has better taste to it for sure.
yeah, it's good stuff. So which one is better though?
I have to go with the.
I think I'm gonna go with this one too.
2-4.
I don't know if it's this is number 2. This one has the full cup of apple juice, the 24 grams of sugar, 28 grams of sugar. So I'm gonna have to go with that same one. I don't know why. If it's just more carbonated, it seemed a lot cleaner and crisper. So yeah, I agree. This one's better. And it's about a 7.5. So I'll give it an 8. So pretty good cider. I'm gonna test the alcohol percentage and I'll get back with you guys. Besides that,
Me too.
peace out, y'all. All right.